All right. Today, class, we're going to read from this book right here. Enoch, whatever. We're starting with chapter 50. If you look at videos before, I've already read the other chapters. All right, let's get started. And you're going to be looking out in my woods. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day to be outside. It's about 60 degrees. All right. And in those days, a change will take place for the holy and chosen ones, and the light of days will abide on them, and glory and honor will turn to the holy. On the day of affliction, on which evil will have been treasured up against the sinners, and the righteous will be victorious in the name of the Lord of spirits. And he will cause the others to witness this, that they may convert and forego the works of their hands. They will have no honor through the name of the Lord of spirits, yet they will be saved through his name. And the Lord of spirits will have compassion on them, for his compassion is great. And he is also righteous in his judgment, and also in the presence of his glory unrighteousness will not maintain itself. At his judgment the unconverted will perish before him. And from now on I will have no mercy on them, says the Lord of spirits. And in those days, chapter 51, and in those days the earth will also give back that which has been entrusted to it, and Sheol will also give back that which it has received, and destruction will give back that which it owes. For in those days the chosen one will arise, and he will choose the righteous and holy from among them. For the day has drawn near that they should be saved. And the chosen one will sit on my throne in those days, and his mouth will pour out all the secrets of wisdom and counsel. For the Lord of spirits has given them to him, and has glorified him. And in those days the mountains will leap like rams, and the hills will also skip like lambs satisfied with milk. And the faces of all the messengers in heaven will be lit up with joy. And the earth will rejoice, and the righteous will dwell on it, and the chosen ones will walk thereon. Chapter 52. And after those days, in that place where I had seen all the visions of that which is hidden, I had been carried off in a whirlwind, and they had borne me toward the west. There my eyes saw all the secret things of heaven, that will be a mountain of iron, and a mountain of copper, and a mountain of silver, and a mountain of gold, and a mountain of soft metal, and a mountain of lead. And I asked the messenger who went with me, saying, What things are these which I have seen in secret? And he said to me, All these things which you have seen will serve the dominion of his anointed, that he may potent and mighty on the earth. So he may be potent and mighty on the earth. And that messenger of peace answered, saying to me, Wait a little, and all the secret things which surround the Lord of spirits will be revealed to you. And these mountains which your eyes have seen, the mountain of iron, and the mountain of copper, and the mountain of silver, and the mountain of gold, and the mountain of soft metal, and the mountain of lead, all will be in presence of the chosen one, as wax before the fire, and like the water which streams down from above, and they will become powerless before his feet. And it will come to pass in those days that none will be saved, either by gold or by silver, and none will be able to escape. And there will be no iron for war, nor will one clothe oneself with a breastplate. Bronze will be of no service, and tin will not be esteemed, and lead will not be desired. And all these things will be destroyed from the surface of the earth, when the chosen one will appear before the face of the Lord of spirits. Chapter 53. My eyes saw a deep valley, with open mouths there, and all who dwell on the earth and sea and islands will bring gifts and presents and signs of homage to him. But that deep valley will not become full, and their hands commit lawless deeds, and the sinners devour all whom they lawlessly oppress. Yet the sinners will be destroyed before the face of the Lord of spirits, and they will be banished from off the face of his earth, and they will perish forever and ever. For I saw all the messengers of punishment abiding there, and preparing all the instruments of Satan. And I asked the messenger of peace who went with me, for whom are they preparing these instruments? And he said to me, they prepared these instruments for the kings and the mighty of this earth, that they may thereby be destroyed. Let me read that again. They prepare these for the kings and the mighty of this earth, that they may thereby be destroyed. And after this, the righteous and chosen one will cause the house of his congregation to appear. From now on, they will no longer be hindered in the name of the Lord of spirits. And these mountains will not stand as the earth before his righteousness, but the hills will be as a fountain of water, and the righteous will have rest from the oppression of sinners. Chapter 54. And I looked and turned to another part of the earth, and I saw a deep valley with burning fire there. And they brought the kings and the mighty, and began to cast them into the deep valley. And there my eyes saw how they made these instruments of theirs iron chains and immeasurable weight. And I asked the messenger of peace who went with me, saying, for whom are these chains being prepared? And he said to me, these are being prepared for the hosts of Azazel, Aziel, Azazel, Aziel, so that they may take them and cast them into the abyss of complete condemnation. And they will cover their jaws with rough stones, as the Lord of spirits commanded. And Michael and Gabriel and Raphael and Phanuel will take hold of them on that great day, and cast them on the day into the burning furnace, that the Lord of spirits may take vengeance on them for their unrighteousness in becoming subject to Satan, and leading those who dwell on the earth astray. And in those days punishment will come from the Lord of spirits, and he will open all the chambers of waters which are above the heavens, and the fountains which are beneath the earth, and all the waters will be joined with the waters. That which is above the heavens in the masculine, and the water which is beneath the earth is the feminine. And they will destroy all who dwell on the earth, and those who dwell under the ends of the heavens. And when they have recognized their unrighteousness which they have worked on earth, then by these they will perish. Chapter 55. And after that the head of days regretted, and said, I have destroyed all who dwell on the earth in vain. And he swore his great name, From now on, I will not do so to all who dwell on the earth, and I will set a sign in the heavens, and this will be a pledge of good faith between me and them forever, so long as the heavens are above the earth, and this is in accordance with my command. When I had desired to take hold of them by the hand of the messengers on the day of tribulation and pain because of this, I will cause my discipline and my wrath to abide on them, says God, the Lord of spirits. You mighty kings who dwell on the earth, you mighty kings who dwell on the earth, you will have to behold my chosen one, how he sits on the throne of glory, and judges Aziel and all his associates and all his hosts in the name of the Lord of spirits. Chapter 56. And I saw there the hosts of the messengers of punishment going, and they held scourges and chains of iron and bronze. And I asked the messenger of peace who went with me, saying, to whom are these who hold the scourges going? Scourges. Scourges. Scourges? What's a scourge? Scourges. Going. And he said to me, to their chosen and beloved ones, that they may. Hold on. Scourges? Let's see what scourges is. I'm probably not pronouncing it right. Scourges? Scourges. A whip used as an instrument of punishment. So a scourge is a whip. Okay. Thank you, Google. Alright. To whom are these who hold the scourges going? And he said to me, to their chosen and beloved ones, that they may be cast into the chasm of the abyss of the valley. And then that valley will be filled with their chosen and beloved ones, and the days of their lives will be at an end. And the days of their leading astray will no longer be reckoned. And in those days the messengers will return and hurl themselves to the east of the Parthians, and Medes. They will Medes, Medes. They will stir up the kings so that a spirit of unrest will come on them, and they will rouse them from their thrones, that they may break out as lions from their lairs, and as hungry wolves among their flocks. And they will go up and tread underfoot the land of his chosen ones. And the land of his chosen ones will be threshing floor and a highway before them. But the city of my righteous will be a hindrance to their horses, and they will begin to fight among themselves, and their right hand will be strong against themselves. And a man will not know his brother, nor a son his father or his mother, until there is no number of the corpses through their slaughter, and their punishment is not in vain. In those days Sheol will open its jaws, and they will be swallowed up therein, and their destruction will be at an end, and Sheol will devour the sinners in the presence of the chosen ones. Chapter 57. And it came to pass after this that I saw another host of wagons and men riding thereon, and coming on the winds from the east and from the west to the south. and the noise of their wagons was heard. And when this turmoil took place, the holy ones from heaven noted it. And the pillars of the earth were moved from their place, and the sound thereof was heard from one end of the heavens to the other in one day. And they will all fall down and worship the Lord of spirits. And this is the end of the second allegory, chapter 58. Hold on. Let me look up. Make sure I'm thinking. Alright, definition for allegory: a story, poem, or picture that can be interpreted to reveal a hidden meaning, typically a moral or political one. Allegory. Chapter 58. And I began to speak the third allegory concerning the righteous and chosen ones. Blessed are you, you righteous and chosen ones, for your lot will be glorious, and the righteous will be in the light of the sun, and the chosen ones in the light of continuous life. The days of their life will be unending, and the days of the holy without number. And they will seek the light and find righteousness. With the Lord of spirits, there will be peace to the righteous in the name of the perpetual Lord. And after this it will be said to the holy in heaven that they should seek out the secrets of righteousness, the heritage of faith, for it has become bright as the sun on earth, and the darkness is past. And there will be a light that never ends, and they will not come to a limit of days, for the darkness will have first been destroyed, and the light of uprightness established forever before the Lord of spirits. Chapter 59. And in those days my eyes saw the secrets of the lightnings, and of the lights, and the judgments they execute. And they lighten for a blessing or a curse, as the Lord of spirits wills. And there I saw the secrets of the thunder, and how when it resounds above in the heavens, the sound thereof is heard. And he caused me to see the judgments executed on earth, whether they are for well-being and blessing, or for a curse, according to the word of the Lord of spirits. And after that, all the secrets of the lights and lightnings were shown to me, and they lightened for blessing and for satisfying. Chapter 60. In the 500th year, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch, in that allegory I saw how mighty quaking made the heaven of heavens to quake, and the host of the Most High, and the messengers 1,000,000. Hold on. I'm reading this for the first time as I'm reading it to y'all, and I'm underlining 1,000,000 messengers, and the messengers 1,000,000, because after that it says even 100,000,000. Ooh, it's a lot of messengers. All right, got it underlined. Here we go. And the host of the Most High, and the messengers 1,000,000, and even 100,000,000 were disquieted with a great disquiet. And the head of days sat on the throne of his glory, and the messengers and the righteous stood around him, and a great trembling seized me, and fear took hold of me, and my loins gave way, and my reins were dissolved, and I fell on my face. And Michael sent another messenger from among the holy ones, and he raised me up. And when he raised me up, my spirit returned, for I had not been able to endure the look of of this host, and the commotion and the quaking of heaven. And Michael said to me, Why are you disquieted with such a vision? The day of his mercy lasted until this day, and he has been merciful and long suffering toward those who dwell on the earth. And when the day and the power and the punishment and the judgment come, which the Lord of spirits has prepared for those who do not bow to the righteous law, and for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain, that day is prepared, a covenant for the chosen ones, but in inquisition for sinners. When the punishment of the Lord of spirits will rest on them, it will rest in order that the punishment of the Lord of spirits may not come in vain, and it will slay the children with their mothers and the children of their fathers. Afterward, the judgment will take place according to his mercy and his patience. And on that day, two monsters were parted, a female monster named Leviathan, 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 to dwell in the abysses of the ocean, over the fountains of the waters. But the male is named Behemoth, who occupied with his breast a waste wilderness named Dudain, Duidain, on the east of the garden, where the chosen ones and righteous dwell, where my grandfather was taken up, the seventh from Adam, the first man whom the Lord of spirits created. And I sought the other messenger, that he should show me the might of those monsters, who they were, parted on one day, and cast the one into the abysses of the sea, and the other onto dry land of the wilderness. And he said to me, You son of man, herein you seek to know what is hidden. And the other messenger who went with me and showed me what was hidden told me what is first and last in the height of heaven, and beneath the earth in the depth, and at the ends of the heavens, and on the foundation of the heavens, and the chambers of the winds, and how the winds are divided, and how they are weighed, and how the portals of the winds are reckoned, each according to the power of the wind, and the power of the lights of the moon, and according to the power that is fitting, and the divisions of the stars according to their names, and how all the divisions are divided, and the thunders according to the places where they fall, and all the divisions that are made among the lightnings, that it may lighten, and their hosts, that they may immediately obey, for the thunder has places of rest, which are assigned to it, while it is waiting for its peal, and the thunder and lightning are inseparable, and although not one and undivided, they both go together through the Spirit, and do not separate. For when the lightning lightens, the thunder utters its voice, and the Spirit enforces a pause during the peal, and divides equally between them, for the treasury of their peals is like the sand, and each one of them, as it peals, is held in with a bridle, and turned back by the power of the Spirit, and pushed forward Hold on. And pushed forward according to the many quarters of the earth, and the spirit of the sea is masculine and strong, and according to the might of his spirit he draws it back with the rain, and in like manner it is driven forward and disperses amid all the mountains of the earth. And the spirit of the hoarfrost is his own messenger, and the spirit of the hail is a good messenger. And the spirit of snow has forsaken his chambers on account of his strength. There is a special spirit therein, and that which ascends from it is like smoke, and its name is frost. And the spirit of the mist is not united with them in their chambers, but it has a special chamber, for its course is glorious both in light and in darkness, and in winter and in summer. And a messenger is in its chambers. And the spirit of the dew has its dwelling at the ends of the heavens, and is connected with the chambers of rain, and its course is in winter and summer, and its clouds and the clouds of the mist are connected, and the one's given to the other. And when the spirit of rain goes out from its chamber, the messengers come and open the chamber and lead it out. And when it is diffused over the whole earth, it unites with the water on the earth. For the water are for those who dwell on the earth, and for they are nourishment for the earth from the Most High, who is in heaven. Therefore there is a measure for the rain, and the messengers take it in charge. And these things I saw toward the garden of righteous. And the messenger of peace, who was with me, said to me, these two monsters, prepared comfortably to the greatness of God, will feed. Chapter 61. And I saw in those days how long cords were given to those messengers, and they took wings for themselves and flew, and they went toward the north. And I asked the messenger, saying to him, why have those messengers taken these cords and gone off? And he said to me, they have gone to measure. And the messenger who went with me said to me, these will bring the measures of the righteous and the ropes of the righteous to the righteous, that they may stay themselves on the name of the Lord of spirits forever and ever. The chosen ones will begin to dwell with the chosen ones, and those are the measures which will be given to faith and which will strengthen righteousness. And these measures will reveal all the secrets of the depths of the earth, and those who have been destroyed by the desert, and those who have been devoured by the beasts, and those who have been devoured by the fish of the sea, and they may return and stay themselves on the day of the chosen one. For one will be destroyed before the Lord of spirits, and none can be destroyed. And all who dwell above in heaven received a command and power and one voice and one light like to fire. And they blessed that one with their first words, and extolled and lauded with wisdom, and they were wise in utterance and in spirit of life. And the Lord of spirits placed the chosen one on the throne of glory, and he will judge all the works of the holy above in heaven, and their deeds will be weighed in the balance, and will excuse me, and when he will lift up his countenance to judge their secret ways according to the word of the name of the Lord of spirits, and their path according to the way of the righteous judgment of the Lord of spirits. Then with one voice they will all speak and bless and glorify and extol and sanctify the name of the Lord of spirits, and he will summon all the host of the heavens and all holy ones above, and the host of God, the cherubim, seraphim, and Ophanim, Ophanim, and all the masters of power, and all the masters of principalities, and the chosen one, and the other powers of earth, and over the water, they will raise one voice on that day, and bless and glorify and exalt in the spirit of faith, and in the spirit of wisdom, and in the spirit of patience, and in the spirit of mercy, and in the spirit of judgment and of peace, and in the spirit of goodness, and will all say with one voice, Blessed is he, and may the name of the Lord of spirits be blessed forever and ever. All who do not sleep above heaven will bless him. All the holy ones who are in heaven will bless him. And all the chosen ones who dwell in the garden of life, and every spirit of light who is able to bless and glorify and extol and hallow your blessed name. And all flesh will glorify and bless your name beyond measure forever and ever. For great is the mercy of the Lord of spirits, and he is long-suffering, and all his works and all that he has created he has revealed to the righteous and the chosen ones in the name of the Lord of spirits. Chapter 62. Let me get a swallow drink. Chapter 62. And so the Lord commanded the kings and the mighty and the exalted and those who dwell on the earth, and said, Open your eyes and lift up your horns, if you are able to recognize the chosen one. And the Lord of spirits seated him on the throne of his glory, and the spirit of righteousness was poured out on him, and the word of his mouth slays all the sinners, and all the unrighteous are destroyed from before his face. And all the kings and the mighty and the exalted and those who hold the earth will stand up in that day, and they will see and recognize how he sits on the throne of his glory, and righteousness is judged before him, and no lying word is spoken before him. Then pain will come on them as on a woman in travail when her child enters the mouth of the womb, and she has pain in bringing out. And one portion of them will look on the other, and they will be terrified, and they will be downcast of countenance, and pain will seize them when they see that Son of Man sitting on the throne of his glory, and the kings and the mighty and all who possess the earth will bless and glorify and extol him who rules over all, who has hidden, who was hidden. For from the beginning the Son of Man was hidden, and the Most High preserved him in the presence of his might, and revealed him to the chosen ones. And the congregation of the chosen and holy ones will be sown, And all the chosen ones will stand before him on that day, and all the kings and the mighty and the exalted and those who rule the earth will fall down before him on their faces and worship and set their hope on that Son of Man and petition him and supplicate for mercy at his hands. Nevertheless, that Lord of spirits will so press them that they will have to go out from his presence, and their faces will be filled with shame, and the darkness will grow deeper on their faces, and he will deliver them to the messengers for punishment, to execute vengeance on them, because they have oppressed his children and his chosen ones. And they will be a spectacle for the righteous and for his chosen ones. They will rejoice over them, because the wrath of the Lord of spirits rests on them, and his sword is drunk with their blood. And the righteous and chosen ones will be saved on that day, and they will never again see the face of the sinners and unrighteous. Excuse me. And the Lord of spirits will abide over them, and they will eat and lie down and rise up with that Son of Man forever and ever. And the righteous and chosen ones will have risen from the earth and cease to be of downcast countenance, and they will have been clothed with garments of glory, and these will be the garments of life from the Lord of spirits. And your garments will not grow old, nor your glory pass away before the Lord of spirits. Chapter 63. In those days the mighty and the kings who possess the earth will implore him to grant them a little respite from his messengers, a punishment to whom they were delivered, that they might fall down and worship before the Lord of spirits and confess their sins before him. And they will bless and glorify the Lord of spirits and say, Blessed is the Lord of spirits and the Lord of kings, and the Lord of the mighty, and the Lord of the rich, and the Lord of glory, and the Lord of wisdom, and splendid in every secret thing is your power from generation to generation, and your glory forever and ever. And your secrets are deep and innumerable, and your righteousness is beyond reckoning. We have now learned that we should glorify and bless the Lord of kings, and him who is king over all kings. And they will say, If only we had rest to glorify and give thanks, and confess our faith before his glory. And now we long for a little rest, but do not find it. We follow hard on and do not obtain it. And light has vanished from before us, and darkness is our dwelling place forever and ever. For we have not believed before him, nor glorified the name of the Lord of spirits, but our hope was in the scepter of our kingdom, and in our glory, and in the day of our suffering and tribulation. He does not save us, and we find no respite for confession that our Lord is true in all his works, and in his judgments, and his justice, and his judgments have no respect of persons. And we pass away from before his face on account of our works. And all our sins are reckoned up in righteousness. Now they will say to themselves, Our souls are full of unrighteousness gain, but it does not prevent us from descending from the midst thereof into the burden of Sheol. And after that their faces will be filled with darkness and shame before that Son of Man, and they will be driven from his presence, and the sword will abide before his face in their midst. So spoke the Lord of spirits. This is the ordinance and judgment with respect to the mighty, and the kings, and the exalted, and those who possess the earth before the Lord of spirits. Chapter 64. And I saw other forms hidden in that place. I heard the voice of messengers saying, These are the messengers who descended to the earth, and revealed what was hidden to the children of men, and seduced the children of men into committing sin. Chapter 65. And in those days Noah saw that the earth had sunk down, and its destruction was near. And he arose from there, and went to the ends of the earth, and he cried aloud to his grandfather Enoch. And with an embittered voice Noah said 3 times, Hear me, hear me, hear me. And I said to him, Tell me what it is that is falling out of the earth, that the earth is in such an evil plight and shaken, lest perhaps I will perish with it. And there was a great commotion on the earth, and a voice was heard from heaven, and I fell on my face. And my grandfather Enoch came and stood by me, and said to me, Why have you cried to me with a bitter cry and weeping? Indeed, a command has gone out from the presence of the Lord concerning those who dwell on the earth, that their ruin is accomplished, because they have learned all the secrets of the messengers, and all the violence of the devils, and all their powers, the most secret ones, and all the power of those who practice sorcery, and the power of witchcraft, and the power of those who make molten images for the whole earth. And how silver is produced from the dust of the earth, and how soft metal originates in the earth, for lead and tin are not produced from the earth like the first. It is a fountain that produces them, and a messenger stands therein, and that messenger is preeminent. And after that, my grandfather Enoch took hold of me by my hand, and raised me up, and said to me, Go, for I have asked the Lord of spirits concerning this commotion on the earth. And he said to me, Because their unrighteousness, their judgment has been determined, and will not be withheld by me forever. Because of the sorcerers which they have searched out and learned, the earth and those who dwell on it will be destroyed. And these they have no place of conversion forever, because they have shown them what was hidden, and they are damned. But as for you, my son, the Lord of spirits knows that you are pure and guiltless of this reproach concerning the secrets, and has he has destined your name to be among the holy, and will preserve you among those who dwell on the earth, and has destined your righteous seed both for kingship and for great honors. And from your seed will proceed a fountain of righteous and holy without number forever. Chapter 66. And after that he showed me the messengers of punishment, who are prepared to come and let loose all the powers of the waters which are beneath in the earth, in order to bring judgment and destruction on all who abide and dwell on the earth. And the Lord of spirits gave command to the messengers who were going out, and they should not cause the waters to rise, but should hold them in check. For those messengers were over the powers of the waters. And I went away from the presence of Enoch. Chapter 67. And in those days the word of God came to me, and he said to me, Noah, your lot has come up before me, a lot without blame, a lot of love and uprightness. And now the masters are making a wooden vessel, and when they have completed that task, I will place my hand on it and preserve it, and the seed of life will come out from it, and a change will set in, so that the earth will not remain without inhabitant. And I will make your seed firm before me forever and ever, and I will spread abroad those who dwell with you. It will not be unfruitful on the face of the earth, but it will be blessed and multiply on the earth in the name of the Lord. And he will imprison those ministers who have shown unrighteousness in that burning valley which my grandfather Enoch had formerly shown to me, in the west among the mountains of gold, and the silver and iron, and soft metal and tin, and I saw that valley in which there was a great convulsion, and a convulsion of the waters. And when all this took place, a smell of sulphur was produced from the fiery molten metal, and from the convulsion thereof in that place, and it was connected with those waters in that valley of the masters who had led mankind astray burned beneath that land, and streams of fire proceed through its valleys, where these masters who had led those who dwell on the earth astray are punished. But in those days those waters will serve for the kings and the mighty and the exalted and those who dwell on the earth, not for healing of the body, but for the punishment of the spirit. Now their spirit is full of lust, and they may be punished in their body, for they had denied the Lord of spirits, and see their punishment daily, and yet do not believe in his name. And in proportion as the burning of their bodies becomes severe, a corresponding change will take place in their spirit forever and ever. For none will utter an idle word before the Lord of spirits, for the judgment will come on them because they believe in the lust of their body and deny the Spirit of the Lord. And those same waters will undergo a change in those days. For when those masters are punished in these waters, these water springs will change their temperature. And when the masters ascend, this water of the springs will change and become cold. And I heard Michael answering and saying, this judgment with which the masters are judged is a testimony for the kings and the mighty who possess the earth, because these waters of judgment minister to the healing of the body of the kings and the lust of their body. Therefore they will not see and will not believe that those waters will change and become a fire which burns forever. Chapter 68. And after that, my grandfather Enoch gave me the teaching of all the secrets in the scroll in the allegories which had been given to him, and he put them together for me in the words of the scroll of the allegories. And on that day Michael answered Raphael and said, the power of the Spirit transports and makes me to tremble because of the severity of the judgment of the secrets, the judgment of the messengers. Who can endure the severe judgment which has executed, and before which they melt away? And Michael answered again and said to Raphael, who is he whose heart is not softened concerning it, and whose reins are not troubled by this word of judgment that has gone out on them because of those who have so led them out? And it came to pass, when he stood before the Lord of spirits, Michael, and said to Raphael, I will not take their part under the eye of the Lord, for the Lord of spirits has been angry with them, because they do as if they were the Lord. Therefore all that is hidden will come on them forever and ever, for neither messenger nor man will have his portion in it, but they alone have received their judgment forever and ever. Chapter 69. And after this judgment they will terrify and make them to tremble, because they have shown this to those who dwell on the earth. And behold, the names of those messengers, and these are their names. The first of them is Semjaza, Senjaza. The second is Artaquafa, Artaquifa. And the third Armen, Armen. The fourth is Kokabel, Kokabel. The fifth is Turiel, Turael. The sixth is Rumjal, Rumjal. The seventh is Danjal, Danjal. The eighth is Nequel, Nequael. The ninth is Baraquel, Baraqel. The tenth is Azazel, Azazel. The 11th is Armaris, Armaros. The 12th is Bartajal, Batarjal. The 13th is uh, Busai Joe, Busajal. The 14th is Hananel, Hananel. The 15th is Turel, Turel. The 16th is Samapusiel, Simapesiel. The 17th is Jetrel, Jetrel, Jetrel. The 18th is Tumael, Tumael. The 19th is Turel, Turel. The 20th is Rumiel, Rumael. The 21st is Azuzel. And I already said this. Azazel. And these are the chiefs of their messengers, and their names, and their chief ones, under over 100, and over 50s, and over 10s. The name of the first, Jaquan, Jequon, that is the one who led astray all the sons of God, and brought them down to earth, and led them astray through the daughters of men. And the second was named Asbeel, Asbeel, and he imparted the holy sons of God evil counsel, and led them astray, so that they defiled their bodies with the daughters of men. And the third was named Gadreel, Gadreel, Gadreel. It is he who showed the children of men all the blows of death, and he led Eve astray, and showed the shield, and the coat of mail, and the sword of battle, and all the weapons of death to the children of men. And they have proceeded from his hand against those who dwell on earth, from that day and forevermore. And the fourth was named Penemu, Penemue. He taught the children of men the bitter and the sweet, and he taught them all the secrets of their wisdom, and he instructed mankind in writing with ink and paper, and thereby many sinned from age to age and until this day. For men were not created for such a purpose to give confirmation to their good faith and pen and ink, for men were created exactly like the messengers, to the intent that they should continue pure and righteous, and death, which destroys everything, could not have taken hold of them, but through this knowledge of theirs they are perishing, and through this power it is consuming me. And the fifth was named Casadija, Casdeja, Kasdeja. This is he who show the children of men all the wicked striking of spirits and demons, and the striking of the embryo in the womb, that it may pass away, and the striking of the soul by the bites of the serpent, and the striking which befalls through the noontide heat, the sun, the serpent named Tabiet, Tabaet, and this is the task of Casabel, the chief of the oath, which he showed to the holy ones when he dwelt high above in glory, and its name is Baka Dia Qa. Excuse me. This messenger requested Michael to show him the hidden name, that he might enunciate it in the oath, so that those might quake before that name and oath, who revealed all that was in the secret the children of men. And this is the power of this oath, for it is powerful and strong, and he placed this oath of Aka, Akae, in the hand of Michael. And these are the secrets of this oath, and they are strong through his oath. And heaven was suspended before the world was created, and forever. And through it the earth was founded on the water, and from the secret recess of the mountains come beautiful waters, from the creation of the world, and continuously. And through the oath the sea was created, and at its foundation he set for it the sand against the time of its anger, and it does not dare pass beyond it from creation of the world, and continuously. And through the oath the depths are made fast, and abide, and do not stir from their place from age to age. And through the oath the sun and moon complete their course, and do not deviate from their ordinance from age to age. And through that oath the stars complete their course, and he calls them by their names, and they answer him from age to age. And in like manner the spirits of the water, and of the winds, and of all zephyrs, and their paths from all the quarters of the winds, and the voices of the thunder, and the light of the lightnings are preserved, and the chambers of the hail, and the chambers of the hoarfrost, and the chambers of the mist, and the chambers of the rain, and the dew are preserved. And all these believe and give thanks before the Lord of spirits, and glorify him with all their power in their food. In every act of thanksgiving, they thank and glorify and extol the name of the Lord of spirits forever and ever. And this oath is mighty over them, and their paths are preserved through it. and their course is not destroyed. And there was great joy among them. And they blessed and glorified and exalted, because the name of that Son of Man had been revealed to them. And he sat on the throne of his glory, and the sum of judgment was given to the Son of Man, and he caused the sinners to pass away and be destroyed from off the face of the earth, and those who have led the world astray. They will be bound with chains, and in their gathering place of destruction they will be imprisoned. And all their works will vanish from the face of the earth, and from now on there will be nothing corruptible. For that Son of Man has appeared and has seated himself on the throne of his glory, and all evil will pass away before his face. And the word of that Son of Man will go out and be strong before the Lord of spirits. Chapter 70. And it came to pass after this, that his name during his lifetime was raised aloft to that Son of Man, and to the Lord of spirits, from among those who dwell on the earth. And he was raised aloft on the chariots of the Spirit, and his name vanished among them. And from that day I was no longer numbered among them. And he set me between the two winds, between north and the west, where the messengers took the cords to measure for me the place for the chosen ones and righteous. And there I saw the first fathers and the righteous who dwell in that place from the beginning. The end of chapter 70.